I fucking hate this electrocharge bullshit! Hello Genshin Squad, we're doing the OG7 challenge today. For those unaware, this challenge originates from Enviosity, where every new Abyss rotation he tries to beat Abyss with the original guaranteed 7 characters anyone can get at the start of the game. For this challenge, we'll set a goal of 30 stars minimum. Clearing these floors is doable, but as you'll see, getting stars goes from being doable to difficult to outright just fighting for my life. I always start the challenge from floors 9 and 10. Level-wise, I'm more than capable of 9-starring these floors. I would skip this, but I do have a couple notes to mention. One, I encountered a strange bug in both 9.3 and 10.3. It's harder to see in 9.3 without slowing down the footage, but you notice how the Sisson Mage just slides/moonwalks in front of me? I didn't quite believe it at first, but the second time it happened in 10.3, they weren't even trying to hide it. This Semitro just did it in front of me without a care in the world. The second note is I unnecessarily made 10.3 more difficult for myself. The reason being, while the Moon Blessing at the time, which was Mark of Ending, is really good for dealing with Fatui if you didn't bring the right elements for the shields, but the damage also kills them really fast. So if you're like me and got a little carried away, you end up not having your ults for the first half going into 10.3. It would have just been smarter to restart since I really cut it close on the time here, but it is what it is, and you know what, we still got the dub at the end of the day. For floor 11, I switched to Animo Traveler to have better CC and try to take advantage of the leyline buff. Honestly, the Tornado Burst didn't really help that much, and my god, my first run of 11-1 was a fucking disaster. I guess I'll just have to come back to this one later. I don't really have much to say about 11-2 aside from I just, again, did a really bad job of maintaining my ult charge for the first half again, so this would just make 3-starring 11-3 harder. For 11-3, I restarted a few times until I got my rotation and strategy down. Basically, I would just hug the wall and use Animo Traveler's E and Q to CC the whelps. Unfortunately, I was just losing too much health to the wolves, so I got my first challenge failed screen. Yeah, it kind of hurts to see that. After that, it was just constant fucking one-shots by the agent's stash move. It was just getting really annoying. Eventually, I got a solid run of 60 seconds for the wolves and somehow got lucky that all the agents were in this corner, like straight up. I don't know how this happened, but it made it easier for Noelle to sweep and clean up their corpses, and so I had hope for a moment. Never had this feeling in Abyss because it will be immediately ripped from you. The Mirror Maiden is so fucking tanky, even when using the Moon Blessing, and the mages are bitches, going hee-hee in the corner and teleport if you approach them. I did my best and triggered my C6 Barber Revive. At this point, I just decided to finish and restart fresh since, you know, everyone was gonna need their ults if I had a chance of 3-starring this. Unfortunately, for those who don't know, you actually need 6 stars per floor in order to unlock the next one, which is a load of bullshit. So yeah, we're gonna be here a while. For the run back, I used Geo Traveler and switched the team order. My strongest reaction team in the first half, and then Geo Traveler and Noelle for the second half. I worked my way back up to 11-3 with ults ready for everyone, and it turned into 15 minutes of agony, just trying to brute force my way through for 3 stars. I needed the first half to be 90 seconds or less, and the assassins were fucking pieces of shit with their one-shots again. I'm in pain Pico right now. In the second half, Noelle destroyed the Geo Whelps. After that was where it just went to shit. Teleporting bitches, slowing water, and I'm constantly getting fucking staggered by electrocuted reactions. I tried targeting just the Electro Mages, but then there just wasn't enough time to kill the Mirror Maiden fast enough. The Moon Blessing barely does anything to this quadruple C thick. I switched again to Animo Traveler because I figured if I can just CC and corner them for a good amount of time, it would be easier to stack the Moon Blessing mark on them. I was tornadoing them and it was working until it wasn't. One would just always teleport in the literal frames between my Animal ult ending and me using my hold E. I was so fucking upset with this. If this bitch Electro Mage didn't fucking teleport, this could have been it. I mean, maybe not, but we'll never fucking know. And the next attempt was the same fucking thing. And it wasn't until later that I realized that I'm just getting fucking hard countered by slowing water. My perfect plan of having a sacrificial sword on Traveler so I can just have my burst faster meant fucking nothing if my cooldown was equal to my actual age. Yeah, I was just fucking done for the day.
Fuck all this bullshit, what the fuck?
After getting some sleep, I tried a couple runs the next morning, but no real success. I decided to again switch back my Traveler back to Geo. I changed my Xiangling's build a little bit, so gave her the catch instead of deathmatch, and then an attack percent sands instead of the energy recharge one I had on her. And I gave Barbara this artifact circlet to hopefully let her take the hits from the slowing water. Honestly, I don't even know if it helped or if I even did the rotations properly to have this work. I did one last team change. So Traveler, Noelle, Amber, and Lisa in the first half, Kaeya, Xiangling, and Barbara for the second half. Honestly, I feel bad for Lisa mains and people who actually use Lisa, because from this point onward, Lisa really just didn't serve a purpose like at all for me. I just didn't know how to like build her when I had other characters using the 4-piece noblesse set, or how to have her synergize in my rotations. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any ideas. While getting back to 11-3, I actually got 1 star in 11-1, which would allow me to now do floor 12, but not right now. I woke up and chose violence today. I am out for blood. It would take several attempts to get my new rotations and strategy down, but finally, after hours of my life, I'm never going to get back. Carried by another Barbara revive and some lucky teleporting and grouping for once in my fucking life. I finally did it. 3 stars for 11-3. Afterwards, I went back to try in 3-star 11-1. I thought maybe if I used my strongest DPS team to carry the first half and let Geo Traveler and Noelle carry the second half. I was so close a couple of times, but I just accepted that this was a terribly designed chamber for the OG7 because the enemies are just so far spread out because, you know, we gotta sell venti banners. And yeah, I'll say it, my damage is serious copiums levels of shit, okay? Eventually I moved on, just accepted 2 stars and got ready for floor 12. To meet my goal of 30 stars, I'd have to get 4 stars from floor 12. Sounds plausible, right? I honestly didn't think I'd encounter a chamber more horribly designed than 11-1, but 12-1 really takes the fucking cake up its ass. Like, fuck these potioneers, fuck the double samurai bullshit. Like, no doubt, you need a freaking venti or freeze comp with the same amount of range and hitbox as Cloud from Smash 4. I tried multiple team comps. I thought to myself, if I could finish the first half of 12-1 by 6 minutes, 2 stars is doable. Frankly, 12-1 was the only chamber I thought 2 stars was doable level-wise. Eventually, I just gave up on that dream and just accepted the 1 star. The annoying thing is knowing that the second half just has 2 freaking ruin guards, which are a joke in the end game. Then I fucked up the recording, so you didn't get to see me suffer in 12-2 for 1 star. I was pretty depressed when I realized this, but you know, for you guys, I did go back and re-record 12-2. Why do I hear boss music? Honestly, if I was able to group the Abyss guys better, I actually could have gotten 2 stars. It takes like 30 seconds to remove their shields, assuming I'm not getting hit by like every elemental reaction ever. Yeah, it was pretty fucking tough. Like the Herald was the worst one. You could manipulate and group the Lectors, but the Herald's Blade move just messes all of that up. And trust me, when all 3 of them have their shields active at the same time, it's no longer a timed DPS check. It's a fucking Halo current objective survive game now. At this point, I was just going for completion. I learned the hard way that having to deal with double Pyrolectors with their shields up and no Hydro was basically a death sentence because they can apply fire corrosion to your entire team. Once I got past that, the Heralds weren't a problem. Sure, they got some good hits on me, but I've dealt with double Heralds and past Abysses before, and they can't do anything to me in their shield phase against Kaeya. In the end, I got 28 stars. You know, you hate to see it, but honestly, by the end of recording and playing, I was just happy to call it there. I hope you all enjoyed the torture that I subject myself to. For this video, I did change the style a little bit by summarizing how each day went during the challenge, not necessarily going in order of floors and chambers. If you prefer that style moving forward, you know, leave a like and a comment saying so, because the feedback really does help me make these videos better for you guys. If you want to see more challenge related content in the future, consider subscribing and hitting the bell. All of that helps this channel out. And I can tell you that I do have at least 3 more Abyss related challenges in mind, so that is something to look forward to. I'm gonna go rest from the mental trauma while showing the rest of my builds. Until then, on to our next video.